promise you that.
I think it's 19th versus 11th if my math is correct. Either way, not supposed to make top 8, and yet here they are, standing above the corpses of every other region.
Yeah. That's a big old sheesh for me. Minnesota looking
Sheesh.
so darn good. We've said it plenty, and we'll probably keep saying it till the end of tonight here. But 34 and Lucky, these two have experience against each other, and it's a couple of funky characters here.
All three of these players, though,
It's all
34,
funky
Lucky, and my gosh, it is. It's all the zoners.
This is a
too.
real Midwest top 4.
Gosh. Please, give me Wolves. I need Palutinas. I need Joker. Just give me anything.
Please, high tiers.
There was a top 8. It was an event that I ran where we had 2 Duck Hunts. I think it was a Mega Man. We had 1 Mario, but it was 2 Snakes. It was awful. It was a lot. Just a lot of zoners. That's all the time.
Why does the Midwest gotta be pioneering meta for the characters that suck to play against?
I'm having no fun. And it doesn't look like that Lucky is either. 34 takes the first stock without breaking a sweat.
Yeah, but Lucky's got something to prove right here. Still yet to drop a game to anyone outside of our guys. So feeling pretty comfortable here. Closing that one up real darn quick. Another one of those fiery back airs takes that one. And he's doing a really nice job now of holding his ground, making sure that 34 can't just rush on in like that.
Yeah, and 34 knowing where they need to be on ledge, kind of rushing up on Lucky, knowing that they have a bit of, I don't know if their armor's actually going to do a whole bunch, but they don't have a lot of range, right? So they have to be at the right spot on ledge to punish anything that Lucky's going to be doing.
Oh my gosh, 34's doing such a good job of calling out with grabs consistently, and Lucky close up, his option is going to be that jab. It's a pretty quick one, but it doesn't have a lot of range. Although 34 is just keeping the reads on them, keeping just a little bit more distance. I mean, he's got that little sword, the purple Pikmin, to be swinging about all in front of them. So 34 really starting to run away with this one as they take another stop.
Yeah, they know exactly where Lucky wants to go, right? They've been in this situation before. They have faced previously. And Lucky's lower recoveries are going to be a bit more of a problematic thing as we continue on, and 34 wisens up to the timings of the down airs with the purple Pikmin.
Keeping the pressure up on Lucky's shield. 34 just keeps finding ins, especially with those grabs. This one isn't going to get so much damage as they have found previously. Throwing out the yellow Pikmin to keep Lucky off, and it's just a matter of time before another smash attack lands, and 34 has been happy to throw them out.
Yeah, 34 just like takes the first game pretty quickly here. Is that the fastest game we've had?
Probably.
I think
especially with these characters that we have going.
34, well, no, the only other fast one would have been Sam T versus 34's like last game. Yeah. That one was very quick. 34 just wants to close these out.
Yeah, 34 is one of the most aggressive playing Olimars that I've seen, and it actually really surprises me that other players are having such a hard time keeping up with it, because usually that's just not the ticket for Olimar.
Exactly. This purple Pikmin, 34 is so good at getting 2 purple Pikmin. It's skillful.
Yeah, it is. It is actually. You gotta
truly.
Yeah, you gotta have that green thumb. You got. I mean, like obviously they come in a predetermined order, but throwing them out quick enough and keeping control of neutral for quite a bit of time, so you can farm them out and get rid of the ones that you're not wanting optimally. That is definitely a skill, and that takes control of the battlefield.
Something we haven't talked about is how easy it is for Piranha Plant to get the Pikmin off of themselves. Right? We have the Poison Cloud. We have the Patui. Just going to kill it. Yeah. Very hard-hitting moves or lasting moves that are going to be killing these Pikmin right off the bat. So I think that's why we see 34 more going for the purples. It just kind of runs up on Lucky right there.
Yeah, I think actually Lucky's getting really heavily checked because Lucky really wants to use the Patui to clear off the Pikmin, but that's an opportunity for 34 to rush it down, and with extended hitboxes or projectiles, that actually makes it a no-risk opportunity there. Maybe lose a Pikmin, but if you can hit with a purple side B, that's going to be super worth it.
Catching 34 in the air, the up air, going to be doing a bit of damage here, and Patui saving Lucky from an unfortunate neutral interaction. 34 able to bleed themselves onto ledge and just securing the first stop.
Unbridled aggression, running right through the smoke. Lucky just doesn't expect this same speed from the 34. They're trying to zone 34 out, but it just won't happen here.
Oh, there we go. This is what Lucky wants. Active Patui's off ledge for a bit more of an aggressive option, and 34 trying to get clipped by the up B on the way down. Lucky's going to find another lead, and so far both stocks have been taken early by Lucky.
Well, parry there gives the opportunity for Lucky to find an up tilt, but it doesn't quite hit up on ledge there, especially as 34 rolls across to the other edge of it. The two of them are pretty close on percent at this point, as 34 is having a hard time getting back to the stage.
And there's a little bit of boxing here, but as Lucky tries to get these Pikmin off of himself, he's just going to be going into the open arms of Olimar with 2 purples on deck, looking for this down air.
Yep.
Yeah, every time.
Honestly, I think I'd really like if 34 were to liven it up a little bit on that ledge play, maybe add some additional possibilities into the mix, because Lucky knows exactly what he's getting in for when he's going down there, but sometimes it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's just going to do the thing.
It's really just, there's not much Piranha Plant can do in those situations, just has to mix up the recovery timings, because the purple Pikmin covers so much, and really if 34 wanted to, could just go deeper for it.
There's another purple Pikmin sniped away right there by the Tui. Just stray and up smash kills right there. Pretty darn early, honestly. It's a big call for Lucky. It keeps this one close for him.
Yeah, thankfully a quick answer here. Lucky not letting those the stocks being taken just sit on the table and let 34 build up damage, and that's really smart on Lucky.
There's the the jab string that he likes going for quite a bit. It puts on actually more damage than a lot of jab string, especially for those 3 hits, and it throws quite a bit as well, so it just maintains that ledge pressure that he wants.
And purple Pikmin again just pulling Lucky off of the ledge here, and getting the red and yellow off of himself, and he's just scrapping now, and this is probably a spot that Piranha Plant does not want to be in. Piranha Plant
34 is not scared of this poison.
Yeah, and he has a very fast jab, Piranha Plant does, but it's just not, overall the kit's really not made for scrapping.
Yeah. That's like the one option that's going to be a real quick one for that quick turnaround. The Nair's also kind of nice out of shield, but we haven't seen Lucky employing it a whole time. I'd be expecting to see it taken off some of the Pikmin more, so that one, there might be something I'm missing there.
Up tilt, putting 34 above Lucky, which is the first time that Lucky was able to do that. A lot of the kills that Lucky have been getting has been when 34 is above. Not a lot of options outside of down air, which can be avoided when you have the ability to do so. But the up smash is going to lock it in. 34 2-0 so far, trying to run away with this set. He's speedrunning top 8 so far.
Yeah, they're looking really good right now, especially on the back of that last victory to boot. I think the real thing here, I anticipate this next game changing pretty drastically. Lucky's taking a little bit of time to really adapt to 34's gameplay, especially the ultra aggression from Olimar, but I think this 3rd game will follow the track of that last stop, where it's really in and out, the 2 of them boxing, the Poison Cloud racking up damage while Lucky's actually focused on making sure this Pikmin don't land so much. It's going to be a lot of damage coming out really quickly, and that came down to pretty 50-50 there at the end. Both of them on a lot of damage, just struggling to see who's going to find the killing move. But I think if Lucky goes into it with a little more of a structured game plan, that way it might turn out better for him.
So the Patui went through just there, and I guess killed the purple that was on and didn't do damage to Olimar, because only Lucky took damage
knocked off.
That's strange. I guess a couple Pikmin does really cancel the Patui. I didn't realize how strong the Pikmin were against it.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the other ones do, but the purple ones definitely are bouncing off of it. Man. Ooh, and the poison is just shredding Pikmin as well. That's so good. Yeah, 34 has probably run 3 more Pikmin already than through the first 2 stocks of last game.
Just controlling the stage so well, keeping Lucky in the corner.
Slow down.
Just throwing up smashes.
Yeah.
They just throw them out. It's like, what do you do about it? Backers going to be knocking 34 off of ledge, though. Aggressive use of purple to get themselves back on. Caught in a grab, unfortunately, and Lucky just gets to see her try to ledge trap yet again.
Lucky's a little too late pulling that up air. Doesn't quite find the hit, but is keeping up a lot more aggression on 34 and make sure that 34 isn't running up, punishing the 2E so consistently, which was catastrophic? A catastrophe for the first 2 games.
A catastrophic catastrophe.
I would say so.
Right. Indubitably.
Indubitably.
Up throw will kill. There hasn't been that many up throws from Lucky throughout the series.
Through either of them, actually. That's
right.
The go-to kill throw for both these characters.
The dash attack. It looks similar, my bad. The get-up attack comes through. Lucky, I wanted to point about this, very good at knowing when to time get-up attack to stifle out those aggressive ledge options.
Oh, call out on the shield right there. It takes away Lucky's stock before he's able to really close this one up on 34. And they're looking a lot more confident as they land that up smash to a forward air, dropping low.
And see here, they went for more of an aggressive purple Pikmin usage and just didn't really pan out, unfortunately. They put in a little bit of disadvantage.
Ooh, Lucky now has the low ground, though, finding it up there. Not quite in time to really keep up the pressure, though. Now, as the two purple Pikmin are online, a grab changes that text, though.
I don't know what it is with 34 getting purples so quickly. Every time I look at the screen, there's two purples.
I really feel the same way here.
I don't know what it is. And they just hold on to it, too. I guess they have one right now. Wow. And just the way the spot dodges from 34.
God.
Every single time that there is a potential to get punished, 34 sits there with a spot dodge, and nobody's calling them out on it.
Yeah, so there's these gaps in defensive options. Like, if you're holding shield and you drop it, you got to jump away or roll away. You know, it drops for that a couple frames and makes you vulnerable. 34 is so good at finding that call out on them. Spelled the blast stock and spelled a lot of damage on them. So many smash attacks in this game have been because of that. And that's bringing them to this last stock potentially on the match if they can knock Lucky out of the entire bracket. Ah! They just know. They're just better on this timing right here, keeping one step ahead of Lucky, and that's going to account for this 70% deficit as Lucky just tries to find some spots in here to grab, find some damage. Another up air comes out.
He has not been able to punish this high recovery onto stage at 34. Every single time that that is presented to 34, 34 is able to just get back on.
They find another up smash right there. Still not killing. It's the weak hit as they try and close the distance. They're going to play hyper aggressive just like before. Just got to crack through that shield, crack through the defensive options. Another smash attack or maybe even an up throw at this point. So now we're getting a little bit closer, but Prompt Land is heavy.
And really, it's now on Lucky to hold this here, and
he does it.
He really does.
Wow.
34 recognizes how light Olimar is, right?
Yeah.
Even though they have such a lead, such an advantage, they recognize how easily that can be taken away from them. So they have to play
91% though. That's pretty
That's
impressive. It wasn't even like
strong.
on ledge. It wasn't off the stage. That was just above the Pokemon Stadium 2 platform.
You know, we don't talk about it enough. Piranha Plant needs to be nerfed.
Yeah.
That's really what we need.
Piranha Plant broken.
Where's the
S+
hot
tier.
fix? Get him out of here.
Do you think Piranha Plant gets removed if we remove all the DLC?
That's a rough one. It really is, because, like...
I vote we keep them. I think they're funny.
They're a little bit of a cutie. Do you see their, like, run?
Piranha Plant's kind of a cute. I've come around
Look
on
at that.
Piranha
Look at the little
Plant.
tongue.
Yeah, the little tongue. It's like a funny plant-shaped dog.
It really is. I would describe Piranha Plant as a dog.
Yeah. It's like dog-coated.
Definitely. Unfortunately, Lucky, though, just has not been able to get a single hit on the 34 this game. Oh, man.
Yeah, I have a hard time getting back. That Nair just takes so long, though, clearing a couple of Pikmin. The double purple's back online here, though. Once again, a grab is going to find its mark there. A dash attack as the damage still keeps coming out up till it's going to clear one off. As Lucky takes the low ground, this is good, finding a couple up airs. He needs to start closing this gap.
Nair comes through, not able to do anything, unfortunately, and
Big
I
call out.
really just don't think Piranha Plant has what Lucky needs right now to keep 34, or just like diffuse the pressure that 34 is presenting. Nair does not do enough. Patuis keep getting clanked on with Pikmin, and even any like movement he's doing just gets stifled out by any of the Pikmin throws.
Okay. I feel like a focus on ledge trapping, especially with Patui, using the Poison Clouds to obscure what options he might be making, as well as keep the damage taken on, and it kills away the lighter Pikmin as well. I think that's really going to be that gameplay out that he has to be playing for.
Yeah, 34 is catching on to how much Lucky wants to grab.
Yeah.
We've seen Lucky get punished for being very grab heavy previously. I'm afraid that there's not going to be enough adjustments here as 34 wisens up with his spot dodges, with their spot dodges.
Yeah, Lucky just barely evaded another down air from a purple Pikmin again. Like 34, they do a great job of making sure that's always queued up whenever they need to be going for the spike. That's a nice little skill on its own to be multitasking through all that. The ledge traps are back up from Lucky, but he can't quite find the mark there as he's starting to nearly get lapped. He's taking a lot more hits here, and he still hasn't found that first stock that he really needs to start getting this going.
Yeah, and that Pikmin just diffusing it. Normally, he relies on Patui going off stage to present another hitbox with a potential of hit stocks. But 34 recognizing that, throws on a yellow, a purple, like whatever they have available.
From mid-stage.
From Piranha Plant?
Yeah, Lucky's getting some early
Its
kills.
strong hit dash attack is relatively strong.
Yeah. I guess that's why they call it that.
It's kind of in its name, yeah. Yeah, you think you know.
Reasonable. I like an apt name. It's really frustrating when the name is just like a lie.
I don't know. I don't know what to do with that one.
Booker. The illiterate.
My bad. I see what you were going for here. Ah, no, Lucky trying it desperately to get something here on this second stock. Finally.
Nice. That's a great call. Okay. This is something I think about constantly in Piranha Plant. It's really cool that you can throw it on the cloud and actually run through it. You can do options. Like, you know what it is because you're pressing the buttons, but your opponent can't. They just can't see it. And that was one of those opportunities. Lucky ran through the cloud, started the jab string on the neutral get-up, knowing that 34 doesn't want to mess with any of the more aggressive options because they just can't tell what Lucky's up to in there. And it pays off really well getting full jab string off on ledge.
Finally, life from Lucky going to be keeping 34 in the air. And I've talked about this before, the last couple games, 34 jumping from ledge, and it's not getting punished at all. Wow, there it is.
No, that's the second time that they've done this, though. Hanging on ledge, you have to know that that's very dangerous against Patui. That's, like, I mean, it's the core of this ledge trapping. That's what the character's built on. You got to be kept honest by that, and, I mean, that's where it is.
I like how 34 doesn't shield in those situations and just lets Lucky throw up Patui. Because the shield is where you get in trouble. Right?
It gets stuck in it for so long. I think Justin was saying it should be like 6 frames positive. I don't know these numbers, but people call these numbers out to me, so I'll quote.
Well, the jab
if
is
he's
like,
wrong, tell Justin he's wrong.
Piranha's jab's like frame 2 as well. It's a very fast jab. Like 1, 2, or 3. One of the 3.
1, 2, or 3. Maybe that's 4 or 5.
Most I can
maybe
count.
0. Maybe even negative.
Our Poison Cloud going to be coming through, and it just kind of keeps 34's eyes on it. As Patui is going to be hitting it. Oh, Lucky might have a bit of life, and then, oh man,
wow.
Nope, the purple will do it.
Okay, real close trade right there. The two of them taking some early stocks throughout. As said, it is 34. That makes it on to the next round. Lucky finally being felled by someone other than Arctice, and it is a fellow Minnesotan, 34, moving up to challenge Casimir, the final Minnesotan left in this bracket, as they decide who gets to move on to Grand Finals.
Yeah, more and more and more Minnesota, but we actually want to talk about Iowa a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
I know you like Iowa.
I do love me some Iowa.
As do I.